This is a market week brief. We're going to look at the stock market really quickly, and I think you're going to enjoy what we're bringing you today. We're going to bring you analysis on the SPY, cycle analysis and projections as we look at multiple time frames. I'll show you my level 4 indicators and our askSlim MCM Pro, just an absolutely great tool. We'll look at some different ways that you can stay on the long ride on these markets as they move very dramatically. And I think you're going to love how educational this is and something special to show you as we move forward. For the week, well, the stock market withstood the selling as the list and the size of tariffs grew. The president has now an expanded list, and those numbers are going up regarding the tariffs, but the stock market didn't really seem to care. Selling came on Monday as the S&P 500 did fall sharply that day, 50 points, and the Dow fell 422. Also, Tesla got slammed on Monday, and news came that Musk was starting a new political party. But by Wednesday, stocks were recovering with the NASDAQ at an all-time high as Nvidia surged to a $4 trillion market cap. Its current PE at 56 seems high, but earnings estimates are very strong, and the forward PE for 12 months is only at 36, and at that growth rate, well, that was looking cheap to many investors. The FOMC minute showed they were split, still fearing inflation from tariffs, though some governors thought it was appropriate to cut interest rates soon. Thursday saw new all-time highs, but the market was mixed as the text began to fade a bit. And Friday, stocks dropped on Trump's 35% tariff on some select Canadian goods, and those are due to come on 8/1 as many other countries' tariffs are due to start. Of course, we have seen that that date means nothing, as that could easily get pushed out because any sense of negotiation, then the president gives them more time. And it seems like everybody's getting more time. But that seemed to ignite a buying panic in Bitcoin. Bitcoin surging up to over 118,000. That was actually our target for many weeks, to 118,000. It had been stalling, and I was wondering if it was going to be able to make that move. But here we are, as we're right now, as I do this show on Friday morning, at 118,365. For the week, the major stock market indexes, they were mixed to just a little bit lower, really very mixed, not very much change. And certainly we're seeing a market that is extremely resilient. Very strong market. This is an announcement that our level 3 trial is here. You're going to get 50% off. That's only $59.50, and it's non-recurring. So when you sign up for this, you're not going to get billed again. You're going to be able to make your own choice when we send you another special at the end of the month, and you'll be able to decide if you want to stay on or not. You're going to get to participate in the beta of the Slim AI. This is an amazing virtual coaching opportunity, and it's a lot like the real Slim, the real me, and that is coming soon. So we're just starting on this beta testing right now, and you're going to get a peek at that a little bit later in the show. You're going to get all of our futures, equities, and ETFs hubs. You're going to get our stock index report. That's the SIR daily, which comes out, well, daily on the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and the Russell. Matt does a fantastic job bringing that out every single day. You'll get multiple time frame chart streams. These are live broadcasts with GLD, SLV, TLT, XLE, and more with our proprietary indicators on there. You'll get our trade ideas. Fantastic work by RV as he puts these ideas out. And he has an amazing record on the directional decisions. And you can learn more when you become this level 3 member. You'll get our Future Speak show, which comes out on Wednesday. Again, Arby does a fantastic job on that, and his office hours with videos and charts that he does regularly. You'll get our full library. That's over 1,000 videos. Crazy the amount of learning that you'll be able to do. And you'll get our Slimulator Bull and Bear ranking system, Slimulator momentum tracker. I'll show you the market conditions monitor just a little bit later on. Our cycle low timing tracker, holy cow, and everything that's in levels 1, 2, and 3. This is, you've never seen anything like this. I mean, there is so much opportunity here for you to learn. Again, non-recurring, and in a month we'll send you another special link and you'll be able to get a good bargain to stay on. So great opportunity to look at what we present. Just go to askSlim.com, go to the top of the page on the main page on the right and click on that special offer, and you'll be able to get all the information, a lot of samples on what I just talked to you about, and a link for you to sign up. So great opportunity. Please do that now. All right, we're going to look at analysis on the stock market. We'll look at the SPY cycle analysis and projections. We'll look at the MCM, and I'm going to show you a very interesting way to take the big ride on the markets as they move. Excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat. So let's take a look at these charts as we look at the SPY. This is our multiple time frame charts. We're looking here at weekly and at daily, and this little chart over here is 2 hours, and we'll be able to expand and look at those. So, of course, we look at cycle analysis, and what you see in here are beautiful market rhythms that make these cycles pretty clear. On the bottom are the cycle brackets. These are a drawing tool. Those are not the cycles. Those are just showing us the rhythms in the market. And then usually the important rising phases and the important declining and lows come into these key timing areas. As you could see right in here, this big one that came right in here on this tariff crash that you can see, and then this big rising phase that brought the market strongly to the upside. Let's just look at these couple harmonic families. That's what these are called. And there's a minor cycle in there. And the minor cycle is key to talk about right now because we're coming into that period where the minor cycle would normally have a correction, some kind of a pullback. You could see here in this middle minor cycle, the size of the pullback right in here was pretty steep. You could see this one right over here, also pretty steep. This was just about 6% right over there. This one was only 3% on the big one. And this was steeper there. So we see in here that this little one here in the minor cycle was only 2.5%, 2.7%. So in very strong markets, these pullbacks can be quite small. And you can see in here, that's what we're looking for in here is kind of a small pullback. This is the reversal scout, and this gives you a good sense for when you get into these different phases. Remember, we're scouting out for reversals or looking at the momentum as it continues. And in this case, of course, no reversal yet is showing because the market has been so strong. We're in the very late phase over here, so the language that we use is this is a right-hand translation because the peak is way on the right side of this minor cycle, and that only leaves a brief period to pull back. So momentum strong, cycle translation very strong, and that is the nature of a very strong and rising market when you get that kind of a look. Let's take a look at the daily chart. And the daily chart in here has got just remarkable cyclicality also. First of all, we're looking at the slim ribbon, which is right in here, and the slim ribbon PO, which is on the bottom. Now, the slim ribbon PO is a great indicator because this gives you a sense for when momentum is strong in one direction or the other, and momentum is resuming in that direction. Those are those arrows. In this case, the slim ribbon strong, as you can see, as it's moving up. The moving averages, it's made up of 3 triple exponential moving averages right there, and that is green and positive. And each of these upside momentum signals, resumption signals, was spot on, just really good. Here you can see on the bottom, this is our option bias study, and this is telling you stay on the long side of the market as it's up here at P3. When it comes to P2, it then gives you a sense that it's a little bit overbought, but still not a worry until it turns orange. Here you could see where it turned to orange and gave the bottom warning right over there, which was fantastic. So these are the very positive cyclical translations that you see. Each of these cycles resolving in a very bullish way, riding the slim ribbon up. That is very common. This slim ribbon is a free indicator, and the slim ribbon PO and the option bias indicator are level 4 indicators. So as you can see, this is still forming a positive cycle in here. Now, when we look at this, this is really what we're looking at, and you can see this green text here. The highest probability in this is based on the current sum of the evidence. That means the momentum strong, the cycle translation strong, no signs of any breakdowns at all. We have positive cycle structures, and all momentum is positive, and all supports are holding. This would be the breakdown way down over here, but we're nowhere close. What that gives us is a sense that the market is, of course, very strong, and this corrective period right over here into this about the third week of July is likely to hold up into these support areas. That would give you one of those like 2.5% declines, and I go back to the weekly, and you could see what this looks like as we have the projection in here of just a minor pullback in here and then moving up again, and then the target up over here around 647, 648 in the SPY on the weekly chart. So minor pullback and then up to that area. This is the weekly. On the daily, minor pullback and then moving up again. Now, in periods of these minor weekly patterns, as you see right over here, I showed you like right over here, you could get a more sizable dip, 5-6% in that time period. If that were the case, well, it would look more negative, and I just created a variation here for you to see. It would look more like this, where it comes down to these supports. This cycle low support here, 591.89. This weekly support here, 572.59. Based on the current sum of the evidence, this is the lowest probability, getting this kind of a bigger drop. It could happen, but structures and momentum would have to be turning negative for us to see that. It would have to, start to approach this level over here, and it's just not a very high probability that we're going to get that kind of a pullback. Again, the highest probability is right over here, which is that positive structure that we're seeing, and that's kind of what we're looking at. There is very little selling in the market. As I said in the earlier part of the show, this is extremely resilient. Again, anytime that they fall during the day, the buyers just come right back in. So it's hard to deny what you see or what you feel when you trade this, where the long side has clearly been the correct side of the market. Let's just go over to the 2-hour chart for 1 second for you to see, because this is really important. Now you have a condition in here where the 2-hour chart turned up over here on June 23rd, and the momentum turned positive, and you could see the slim ribbon PO as it gave those upward resumption signals and was green and showing you that really well. And on here is the market condition indicator, the MCI, and this is way up here near the 100 level. It goes from plus 100 to minus 100, and this shows you the multiple time frame indicators as they work together, because this is looking at monthly, weekly, daily, 2-hour, and puts it all together. And shows you the incredible strength that we have in the market in those conditions. So you can see over here in other time periods going back where it was more negative and the market was having a lot more trouble in that corrective period. But then as it came over here, went through the positive 25, the market turned positive, and it's been positive there ever since. So what's really interesting, and now I look again at these multiple time frames, is for a lot of traders, the use of the daily and the use of the 2-hour working together gives you a phenomenal sense for the market condition. I'm going to show you a variation of that right now, and I'm going to bring in a very unique chart. And what this is a daily chart. And this is our reversal scout, but I'm showing it to you a little differently. And when the daily reversal scout is positive and the 2-hour reversal scout is positive, that's the green areas, that's when the alignments are in place and momentum will drive it strongly to the upside. You could see in here on the daily chart there was a little corrective period right in there, and that aligns with right in here. So looking at where this turned red, you'd be able to sidestep any kind of a downside. But again, where this turned green right over here and this turned green on the 2-hour chart, that gave you a sense for when there was a positive alignment and the momentum driving the market to the upside. Here on the 2-hour, here on the daily, when you're in those positive alignments, you have a situation when the market is likely to move up very strongly. Look how you could use this. I mean, this was all green back over here till it turned up in the, where it's turned up starting in the mid-April area where you started to get green here on the daily. And every one of these periods where it was green, if you were on the long side, again, momentum or directional decisions on the left on the daily, your trigger points for buys and sells or exit and entries here on the 2-hour, just unbelievably valuable as it shows you. And this is a good example looking at this, at how a market that is in very good shape gives you that kind of indication. Let's just look at a negative market really quickly so you could see the value on the downside in here. Here's a situation where the dollar was extremely weak. Let's just look from this point right over here and this point right over here, and you could see the value in here where the dollar was giving you this negative signal. So inverse of the dollar is the euro, so that would probably be moving up at the same time. So every time the dollar was in one of these periods here, you can't really trade the DXY, you could trade UUP, but it's not very good. Then you would be, when the dollar was going down, you'd be buying the euro, essentially is what we're looking at. Let's just look at this red zone right over here, and the same time frame as we look at that right over here. Let me just get the same period up here. And you can see here that that this was negative all the way here until just this recent day. So you have a situation where you would be shorting here or buying the euro right over there, shorting in here or buying the euro right in there. It's just a fantastic look at how these multiple time frames could help you in such an important way. Remember, this is the reversal scout. This is a level 4 indicator. And for those of you that are interested and want to put it up on Thinkorswim, which is what I'm showing this on now, it's a fantastic opportunity. Let's go back to that SPY, and you can see in here this immense strength that we have had here, right in here. I'll just blow that up for you. And the same period right over here where it has been very positive. And you can see all of this time frame is when you would be on the long side. There's really no reason to be short when you're seeing it, but I have actually something to show you regarding this. I want you to take a look at this right now as I bring you something that most of you have never seen before. I am announcing to you this exciting Slim AI. I'm going to ask my own AI a question. Essentially, I'm talking to myself about an issue that a member has had. Listen to this. The current market conditions have shown positive cycle configurations and translations, along with positive slim ribbon, positive reversal scout in the weekly, daily, and 2-hour charts. I have an email from a member who wrote to me and said that they have an issue and are continuing to lose money. Please help them. They wrote, "How can the stock market keep going up? It's very overvalued, and the strong rally has lasted nearly 3 months without a reasonable pullback. I keep going short and losing money. That's causing a problem. Maybe you can help them." So here is Slim AI responding to that question.
I understand how frustrating it can be to see the market moving against your positions, especially when it feels overvalued and stretched without the pullback you expect. What's important here is to recognize that markets often defy logical expectations for longer than we think they should, and stubbornly trending markets can punish those who fight the dominant cycle. Encourage this member to step back and review their trading plan, particularly their risk management and entry criteria, and to consider patience as a key part of the process. Shorting a strong uptrend without clear cycle phase, confirmation, or momentum divergence is a risky strategy. Remind them that losses are part of trading, and maintaining emotional control during these phases is critical. They might benefit from focusing on longer-term cycle signals or waiting for signs of cycle topping before attempting bearish trades again. Would you like me to help draft a response, offering them specific guidance on adjusting their trading plan or emotional management strategies?
Well, if you could just give me 2 sentences on which of our different mindset processes we have would help them with really just a 2 sentence or very brief description.
The Breakfast Club Slump Buster can help reset their focus by guiding them to reassess plan adherence and set clear daily intentions. Coupled with the trading journal, it supports emotional awareness and disciplined reflection to break losing streaks and improve decision making. Would you like a brief summary of how to introduce these to them?
Just give a 2 sentence summary on what the Breakfast Club Slump Buster is.
The Breakfast Club Slump Buster is a quick daily process that helps traders reset their mindset by reflecting on plan adherence and setting focused intentions for the day. It's designed to break negative trading cycles and restore confidence through disciplined, process-oriented thinking. Does that capture what you need?
Yes, thanks for that, and I'm sure that they will be helped by what you shared here. To join the beta testing team for Slim AI, please become a level 1 to 4 member and then write to Matt at askSlim.com and tell him that you want to join our team to beta test this amazing new chatbot. So that is a look at Slim AI, and you get an idea of where we're going here. Let's take a look at the MCM, the Market Condition Monitor. This again is a level 3 and level 4. So if you sign up for our special, you'll be able to get this, just $59.50 for the first month, and it's non-recurring. So what we're looking at here is our trade setup conditions based on multiple time frame analysis, and our algorithms are built in here, and it casts off this trade setup condition for us to see. And you could see in here, of course, the SPY, QQQ, IWM, diamonds. All of them are very bullish. When you look at that, they moved up. Here you could see the IWM went to very bullish on June 24th. Wow. And the QQQ went to very bullish on 7/3, and these came from bullish to very bullish. So you have these very bullish conditions in here for the short term. If I look at the intermediate term, which is for a little longer term holders, position traders, you can see in here that they are bullish. This one turned bullish on May 23rd on the S&P 500, and it has kept you on the bull side ever since. You can see here the third week of June is where these mostly have turned up there, and very strong conditions for the stock market. So if I wanted to look at, the other things in here, and this is a huge list of widely held and mid caps in here, and futures ETFs. There's so much in here that you can look at. Let's just take a look at what the top 10 bullish conditions are, and I'll just click on this, and the ones that are very bullish you could see. Of course, when you look here, you could see MicroStrategy is in there. Yum, Stryker Corporation. This is South Africa, Lind PLC. Cadence Design, these are very bullish in here, and these give you great signals in here. Of course, I'm looking at intermediate. Let's look at short term now, and we'll see the same thing. And here is a lot of these stocks. Goldman Sachs, Hewlett Packard, AXP, the EEMs, that's the emerging markets, XLF, Norfolk and Southern. These are all very bullish and on the short term. And this is what you want to do. You want to make sure you're on the right side of the market. Let's take a look at trade setup conditions in here that are very bearish. And there may be fewer of them. Now, there's a good number of them. You see Accenture, the natural gas. You can see that corn, Progressive Corp, Adobe. Wow, that's one of the techs that's actually set up very bearish right now. Workday, it's had its problems for sure. And you could see there's about 10 or 11 of them that are very bearish, and then you come down to bearish. So this is a fantastic application that you can use, again, for level 3 or 4. The level 3 members do not get the intraday readings in here, only the level 4, but still is just absolutely great information. That's the difference between what these two levels get. Incredible. You can set up just looking at so many things in here, and if you're interested in just looking at an individual symbol, you see you could just type in Apple, and that brings an Apple for you, which is, as you can see, bullish. So fantastic information that you get in there, and just unbelievable that if you want to have alerts on when these things are changing, you can get our application that you can just click on when you want to get alerted on each of those possible changes in categories, and the desktop application will push out a notice to you, and you will then get notified. And you could write to Matt at askSlim.com and ask any questions on this. It's just a really great way to really get a very good sense for the markets and the market conditions. So that's a look at the market condition monitor. That's everything for today. If you want to get acquainted with what we do, go to the top of askSlim.com, go to the free stuff, and click on Snapshot Lite. If you're brand new, you'll just get free information on the S&P 500 every single day. On YouTube, subscribe to this channel, click that notification bell, and like this video. Give it a thumbs up. On X, follow me at askSlim. And again, any questions that you have, write to Matt at askSlim.com. If you want to participate in our AI beta, write to Matt also, and you'll need to be a level 1 to 4 member to be able to do that, and you can join in on that team. For the next couple weeks, we're going to keep it kind of close, and we're going to look at the changes and updates we need to do, and then we'll open it up to beta to all of our members level 1 to 4. So important to become a member to get that unbelievable ability to get coached by Slim AI, essentially my virtual twin. That's it for today. I want you to be so careful because it is so crazy out there, and I'm always wishing you great trading.